private, but man enough to admit it. I was just at the gym, and this very handsome man was checking me out, and I was like, oh, yeah, get a good look. And then I realized if he was an old man or an unattractive man, I would have been like, can somebody get this creep out of here? And we're all guilty of this. It's a real psychology phenomenon, halo effect, attractiveness bias, whatever you want to call it. But we give more positive traits to attractive people. So even if an unattractive person and an attractive person were doing the exact same thing, it's likely that you'd label one as creepy and the other as flirting or attractive. And I'm curious if anybody's thought about this before, because it would be very important in today's gym culture where everybody's putting blackmail of you online for looking at someone.
This is definitely old news for all men. Like, they have been experiencing this. They've been talking about it. They already knew this. But I think that most men are very appreciative of this woman coming on video and explaining it and actually being honest about it. Because all too often we're seeing women come on here and they're just flat out denying it. Because, I don't know, they want to be acting like they're superior to their natural instincts and what they actually do and how they behave towards men. I think in all cases, men appreciate the downright honesty more than anything.
The halo effect is real, and we've known it for a long time. Chad says the exact same pickup line as the ugly guy. One gets a smile, the other gets reported. The action doesn't change. The only thing that changes is who's doing it. And the mindset of the women in this video hasn't changed either, because men have moved on from them. Before we begin, give us a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps us out a lot. Let's get started.
So the truth is, don't be looking for no man that got money if you don't got money. Don't expect someone to have XYZ if you don't have XYZ. The thing is, a lot of women want to depend on a man to give them this specific lifestyle. But if you can't afford that lifestyle, why are you looking for someone that can? And honestly speaking, I don't understand how, as a female, you can't provide for yourself, but you expect somebody else to. I am all for having standards. However, you as a female should be able to provide for yourself before looking for a man to provide for you. And the thing is, why would you want to depend on a man? Why do you prefer that you have 0 and your man has 100? Because when that man leaves you, you're back to 0. So do yourself a favor and make sure that whatever a man can do for you, you can do for them. Make sure you have your own money, because a man can't tell you nothing if you got your own bread. Don't ever put yourself in a position that you have to depend on a man. Make sure you're able to do everything yourself so that when a man enters your life, it's just a plus. You don't need him, and you'll be the same with him and without him. I know this sucks to hear, but if this is your mindset, someone gotta tell you.
Women don't need men anymore. And not like, well, we don't need men in the world. Like, no, women can survive on their own without men. Like, they don't need their dad, they don't need their husband, they don't need a male in their life to sign things, to get them money, to get them banks, to give them access to properties and housing. They can do that on their own now. And this is exactly why we have a society that we do. It's not that we don't want to date men. It's that the men and the options we're realizing aren't that great. And like literally dating a bad man now will impair you. Like it'll bring you down. So it's better for a lot of women to be single. Sabrina Carpenter is literally proof of this. Like her song is so on point with like, please don't make me look bad. Please don't make my life worse. Because it's embarrassing now to like date somebody who's not leveling you up.
Women just do not care about men's opinions. Like, we don't care if you think we're attractive. We don't care if you think that we look old. We don't care if you don't agree with our choice not to have kids or to have them, to get married or to not. Because your opinion is so worthless to us, you know? Like, it's like asking a used toilet brush what they think. Like, it's obsolete. There's no point. From such a place of hate as well. All your opinions come from a deep self-hatred, and you project that out onto women, and we know, and we're onto it. And that's why we couldn't give a fuck about you. And if you need any further proof of this, just look at the men that comment on my videos where I'm just talking about my lifestyle. There will always be men in those comments spouting hate because they hate themselves.
Nobody hates them. 99% of men don't even know they exist. The enemy they keep talking about isn't real. They made him up themselves. Most men today are in the gym, at work, building their lives. They're not thinking about you. What they interpret as hatred is indifference. And indifference hurts more because there's nothing you can do to fight it. But something doesn't add up. If we really don't matter to them, why do they keep making videos about us? A woman who truly doesn't need men doesn't spend every day talking about them. We no longer give them our time, our money, or our commitment. We ignore them. And what they call freedom is a life without children, without a husband, and without anyone waiting for them at home. That's why they've hit the wall. And as we all know, the wall never forgives.
So the text says, point of view, trying to change my own tire to prove to my man he's there because I want him, not need him. She goes to change the tire. I don't know if this is really, so you never know what's staged, but goes to change the tire in the car. Just, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know anything about tires. I can't change a tire. Guys in the chat, did it just collapse? Did it fall? What happened there? She has no idea. I have no idea. Guys, you know what happened. So this is the classic, I don't need a man until shit hits the fan, right? And they love to do this. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. The toilet's overflowing. Oh, do I call a plumber? I don't need a man. And so you're stranded on the side of the road. You ran out of gas or something. And you're like, what do you think? A woman like me is coming to help you, honey? It's not happening. It's not happening. You need a man. So listen, honey, let me save you the time. You want a man? You need a man. That's the short version.
Here's a sentence I would never say. This generation of men are wonderful. I love opening my own door. I love paying for my own dinner or going halfsies. I love being the one that has to carry my suitcase in and out of the car, up and down the stairs, everything. I love doing the heavy lifting. I love driving and having my little passenger princess on the side. Yeah, this generation of men, we love them. They're incredible.
Okay, but you do realize that this is exactly what so many women have asked for? Because y'all are strong and independent women, right? I'm sorry, at this point, ladies, if you have a problem with it, you should probably take it up with the ladies that have supported it. And then after that, work on yourself and become the woman that a man that doesn't do those things, that doesn't want 50-50, that is more traditional, work on the things within yourself that type of man desires. Be that woman and then find that man, date that man, marry that man, and go along and live happily ever after.
Men don't even know what to do with women that don't need them financially. When you're the type of woman who has everything on her own and the only thing a man can offer you is some loyalty and respect, a lot of men don't even want to deal with you because they're like, yeah, that's way too much fucking work. My character is so fucking flawed. The only thing I can offer you is money. And this is why I always tell women, get up and get it on your own. Figure out how to make some money. There's too many ways to make money to be out here laughing at a man's jokes that are not funny, sleeping with a man that's hard to look at and hard to conversate with. Get a fucking grip. These men will treat you like shit when they have financial leverage over you. Because there's nothing more powerful than letting a man know that you are willing to walk away at any given moment. At any sign of disrespect, you're ready to get up and leave. That's when they straighten up, right? That's when they're like, yes, ma'am. And that's what we want. So with all that being said, never let a man make you feel too comfortable when it comes to his finances. And never let a man get comfortable with disrespecting you. Okay? Okay, I love you guys so motherfucking much. Bye.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Women are losing the privileges that come with being a lady. We men haven't changed. What we look for in a woman is still the same. I've never heard a man say he wants a woman to give him money. I've never heard a man say he wants a woman who earns enough to pay half the bills. That's not what we're looking for. We want a woman who shows acts of service, who is feminine, who takes care of her home and her man, and who brings peace into his life. But modern women are giving up those privileges because of their arrogance and their desire to be like men, only to create a mess and then end up calling a man to fix it. Ironic, isn't it?
Women.
I don't think successful women need a man. And I think at some level, there's an advantageous advantage of not having one, because now you only have to calibrate to yourself and your needs and what your desire is. You don't have a partnership that you need to maintain and put energy into and make sure is balanced while you're doing you and that partnership.
In case you needed a reminder as to why you should stay single or cancel that date you have planned, or, maybe skip getting back on the dating apps. It's not worth it to feel bad about being single. I was engaged to a man that traumatized me so badly. I am still recovering almost 2 years out. I am still trying to heal. I am still so angry at myself. There's days like today where I am still so angry at myself, I cannot get out of bed. I can't get out of bed. I'm so angry with the position that relationship has left me in. He cheated on me more times than I can count. He cheated on me with a man when I found out I was pregnant. If you're new here, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, he cheated on me with a man when I found out I was pregnant. One of the most vulnerable points in a woman's life. It was the first time I ever found out I was pregnant. He completely ruined that experience for me. I won't even open that can of worms, but he gave me CPTSD. I am chronically ill because of this situation, hence why I can't really, I have days where I can't get out of bed. I am chronically fatigued. My anxiety, I never really used to have anxiety prior to this relationship. I am riddled with it. And it's worsened my depression more than I ever could have imagined. I feel like I'm solely existing right now to pay credit cards, because he was also a little financially abusive, of course. Yeah, they're not worth it. They're not worth it. When I met this man, I was living on my own. I was happy. I was healthy. I had a good job. I, was supporting myself. I was in good financial standing. I don't know why I was convincing myself that I so desperately needed a relationship. I was still brainwashed by the patriarchy. You don't need a man. To any young women who see this, you do not need a man. They're energy vampires. They're going to deplete you of everything that you have and then walk off scot-free. You're the one that loses. I'm just telling you right now.
She was with one man, just one man. This is the kind of message young women are hearing, the kind that pushes them toward radicalization. This is the message telling them they don't need men. These women had bad experiences because of the men they chose. She could have walked away at the first sign of disrespect, but she didn't. And now she blames all men for the fact that she got deceived. Where is your personal responsibility in that equation? But what can you expect when accountability is kryptonite to women?
Women.
I'm at the point in my life where I feel like men are here just for fun, as a way to pass time, as a way to do fun, cute things on your time when you're bored, when you feel like it. But I want to have that outside of my home. Like, I want to have my fun, and then I'm going to come home to myself, to my sanctuary, and I don't want you to come with me. No, I don't want to share space with a man. I don't want to live with a man. Like, having their things around and having to do things for them. Like, no. I want to have my little fun and then come home to my home. And I think that needs to be normalized. I feel like that is so unconventional nowadays, and I feel like everyone's end goal is marriage, and they want to be married so bad, to the point where women are proposing to men. Like, what the hell is going on? A man is never the prize.
Saw a video of a woman saying that women need to stop saying that there are no good men out there, because it just makes the patriarchy win, because then women will settle for less than they deserve because there are no good options, and that means that we have to fix them, save them, train them, make them better, whatever. Like, no man is just going to be a good man. To that I say, I think women are just realizing that we don't need to be with a man at all if most of them suck. Trying to wade through all the bad ones to find a good one is exhausting. And women are realizing that they actually just don't even need a man at all to be fulfilled in their life. Women have been told forever that we need to get married and have kids to find fulfillment in life. And I can tell you right now, some of the happiest women I know are either unmarried, child-free, or both. I do believe that there are good men out there. I know there are because I found one. He's amazing. But I think that right now women are realizing that we need to build a beautiful life that fulfills us and makes us happy without a man being a part of the equation at all. Once we have that, we can add a man in, and if he continues to add value to our life, continues to make us happier, continues to make us feel more safe and secure and free in our expression, amazing. But I don't think that holding men accountable for their actions and saying that men suck is going to make women settle for less. I think it's making us realize that maybe we just don't need them at all, and we can hold out until we really do find a good one instead of dealing with all the bullshit.
I agree with the first one. That's the future for the smart man. His house, his rules, his peace. The girlfriend comes over, has a good time, and leaves. No supporting her, no paying her bills, no having to explain what's in my fridge. She wants her sanctuary. Perfect. I want mine too. That's not a problem. It's a win-win arrangement. The problem is the second one. The woman who says the happiest women she knows are single. Easy to say in front of a camera. Nobody records themselves on a Sunday night at 11 o'clock with no notifications on their phone. Nobody posts the moment they ask themselves why nobody is calling. Social media is a showcase for the life you wish you had, not the life you actually have. A woman who is genuinely happy being alone doesn't need to convince you of it on the internet. We're not buying that story anymore.
So I saw this reel the other day that was talking about how millennial women, which I fall into, are pretty much like the first generation of women who don't need men. We tend to be educated, financially independent, and we do not need to be married or need to be partnered up in order to survive or thrive. And it got me thinking about my own family because like my grandmothers, they are amazed at my life. Like they are amazed that I'm about to be 33 and I'm completely financially independent. I own my own home. I've traveled the world. I own businesses. I go out with my friends. I have a good time. And it's like that lifestyle to them is just like a foreign concept. And they love that for me. They always encouraged me to like continue living that life. Even my grandfather, who just passed a few months ago, he would always say like, you don't need a man, you don't need a man. And it was just so cool because like he's from that traditional generation and he was like, you don't need a man, like keep doing what you're doing, keep traveling, whatever. But again, it got me thinking about my own family and how like I am actually not only just the first generation, but like pretty much all my cousins who is my age and doesn't have a kid and is not married, and who has that complete financial independence and who has traveled the world and who has been able to do all of this stuff on my own independently, like who is actually thriving in life. And not to say that, you know, the other women in my family who have kids or who are married or partnered up or whatever, like aren't doing amazing. It's just like, I feel like I'm one of the only ones who are like, you know, really setting the stage in the next generation of not needing anybody. And again, not needing anyone to survive, but not needing anyone to thrive and just like thriving on my own. And so that is so freaking dope. Like, I just wish I could go and like talk to my great grandmother and just be like, what do you think about this? Like, what do you think about my life? Like, could you have ever imagined that women can live this way? It's just so cool.
Damn! 33 years old. I think you shaved a few years off there, because that face doesn't look 33, it looks 40. As for her grandmother, she should probably be at home with her rosary, praying that her granddaughter finds a husband. She's probably hoping for a great-grandchild, but judging by that mindset, she might make it to heaven before that ever happens. Most grandmothers and older female relatives always ask the women in the family, "Don't you have a boyfriend?" Or, "When are you going to get married?" They start asking early because they're afraid she'll end up alone at home. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It used to encourage young women to think about building a family. Now we see women over 35 who hate going to family gatherings because they're afraid someone will ask about their boyfriend or why they're still single. Gentlemen, the wall never forgives. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, we want to leave you with these questions. Do you think a woman who says she doesn't need men but makes videos about them every day truly believes it? When a woman chooses the wrong man and ignores the first red flags instead of walking away, how much responsibility does she bear for the outcome? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Don't miss the next video.